What's going on? It's your dog Art Man Boxing, and we're back with another boxing conversation. I don't know if you guys heard the news. I'm pretty sure you have. Devin Haney versus George Kambosos 2022. Let's get it popping, man. Look, check this out. There's a lot of faking and fronting going on right now. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from the George Kambosos side. Let me tell you, these guys really sat here and told the general public that they wanted the Devin Haney fight. They pretended like that was the fight that they wanted. They pretended like they were scouting fights. Yeah, they were pretending like they were scouting fights or whatever. And these guys did all that pump faking, thinking they're gonna get a Lomachenko fight, only to look like a damn fool because Lomachenko got sent to the UK and there's nothing that these motherfuckers can do about it. I mean, the Ukraine. There's nothing you can do about it. You gotta fight the man that's right in front of you, and that's Devin Haney. And it just makes all the sense in the world. There is nothing, bro. Look, let me tell you, there is nothing these fans can say. Nothing they can say. They can't say, "Oh man, these niggas tripping, man. There's gonna be a second chance. Lomachenko might fight." Nah, it's none of that. That dude said, "I'm staying right there in the Ukraine, and there's nothing I can do about it." I can't believe he really tried to get out of war excuse for him to go fight. That is some fucking crazy shit. But shout out to everybody in the chat already. Said art and entertainment. This is great content, man. Keep it going. Shout out to you, man. That's all I'm doing, man. Keep on grooving. Keep on doing my thing. That's all I can do. And sell that good ass art. Speaking of art, check the shirt out right here. You can get this on artmanapparel.com. Artmanapparel.com. Link is in the chat. Said, did you finish that Smith's picture? Hell yeah. Go, hey, man, go, you better go check on the website. Go check on the website, dude. Man, hold on. I've been shipping like a motherfucker, dude. Man, I've been working. I've been working. Thank the Lord above for giving me this amazing talent, the talent to create beautiful imagery that's gonna last a lifetime. Thank the Lord above. But back to boxing. I said I'm about to buy it now. I've been waiting. Go buy that shit right now. Go to artmanapparel.com right now. Buy that shirt right now. Facts. You gotta wear that shit, man. And shout out to everybody that's going to the fight wearing my merch. That shit, that's how you know our man is doing this motherfucking thing. The fact that boxing fans decided to wear my merch to these big fights, dude. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot. They could wear Gucci, they could wear whatever, but they decided to wear Art Man apparel to the fucking fights, and I love that shit. So shout out to you guys. Said pin that link. Said still at work, so I'm gonna hang in the chat for a while. Yeah, no problem. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me find this link real quick. Don't even worry about it. We just cooking up. We just cooking up. We gonna have a good time, man. Uh, I gotta put that link in the chat for my dog real quick, so I can go ahead and get him one of these three belt showdown. Oh yeah, hell yeah. There you go. There you go. Shit, my brother D Hive already put the link in the chat. That's what I like. Hell yeah. Let's keep it going. We gonna smoke one of that. But for those who don't know, let's bring everybody up to speed and read the news. The boxing news, man. Because I just want everybody to be on the same page before we move forward. That shit's funny as hell, man. I can't believe this dude really tried to sit there and do all this pump faking. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Give me 1 second. Find this shit. Yeah. Okay. So it's been reported Devin Haney has been offered the undisputed lightweight title fight with George Kambosos June 5th in Australia, sources tell ESPN. The offer comes after. Oh, shout out to that. Just got a sale. Shout out to the my brother who just shot Artman Apparel. But back to the story. Devin Haney has been offered the undisputed lightweight title fight with George Kambosos on June 5th in Australia, sources tell ESPN. The offer comes after Lou DiBella, ESPN, Lou DiBella told ESPN that Vasyl Lomachenko has passed on the fight to remain in the Ukraine during the fucking war. Hey, that shit is hilarious. That is super hilarious. Look, the fight is only going to take place because Lomachenko has to fight in the Ukraine. What are the odds of that? Crazy how the universe works, man. Crazy, look, crazy how the universe works. But look, we get the fight anyways. But you got guys like George Kambosos claiming, hold on. Let's go see what George Kambosos said, because George Kambosos trying to put up a front. George Kambosos told Devin Haney, you were offered the same amount months ago, and you played around. In the meantime, the great man Vasyl Lomachenko made it very simple to do anything and make it happen. It was a done deal, but Loma now has a bigger fight, which I totally respect. So let's see how much of a word is true. And everybody heard that bullshit that he just said, saying he offered the deal, but only Lomachenko want to accept it. Man, look, let me go read the comments from that very post I just read. Somebody said, I speak for true boxing fans, and I would say, nah, he talking bullshit. Hold on. He said, you should have been fighting Haney in the first place. You a young undefeated champion to rise in the sport. Why fight the guy that got beat by the guy you just beat to become unified? And then somebody like if you go to the comment section, somebody said, dude, you capping, you're TL 2.0. Oh, you and T about to lose on your very first title defense. Blah, blah, blah. You played around, care to explain. They just going off on this dude in the comment section because everybody's seeing that he's a fucking liar. We all like, dude, we can see you. Do you know we can fucking see you? Like Cat Williams said. Do you know we can see you? We all have social media. We all on Twitter. We seeing it, bro. The only reason why you should fight Devin Haney right now is because you got forced to fight him, dude. You're forced to fight him. Just like Devin Haney's last opponent. Let's be real. His last opponent got forced. Just like this bitch ass nigga got forced to fight Devin Haney, dude. Talking all that big shit. Oh, I'm just scouting. Why the fuck would you be scouting, nigga? Hey, bro, to be scouting, if you're scouting, you'll be trying to make a fight with Gervonta Davis because he got the more popularity and he got the cash flow to prove it. So what the hell? So you can't fool us, bro. Like maybe that Australian hustle that works in Australia, but here in America, we not fucking stupid. I mean, a lot of us motherfuckers out here are stupid, but all of us ain't stupid, man. We can see right through that bullshit. We seen right through that, dude. We like, bro, you're lying, because if it's not Devin Haney that you're fighting, it should be Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis is doing all this. So let's keep it 100. And then my dude D-Hop said they act like Loma is brave. We bully Loma to the Ukraine, and the Ukraine government told him no. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hold on. Rewind that shit the fuck back. It was reported a couple days ago that Lomachenko was trying to get a permission slip from the UK government to return back to America to fight George Kambosos. Now he's deciding to remain? Wait, you just don't file something like that and then retract. I think he got turned down. I think they told his ass, hey man, you can't go. You can't go. You gotta stay right here. Matter of fact, put some weight on. I wouldn't be surprised if Lomachenko came back at 170 on some shit. He gotta get military weight. He can't be out here too fucking skinny. That dude ain't fighting him. He's probably retiring after this shit. Well, good riddance. Goodbye. See you later. Yep. Shout out to Karma 25 Cent T Radio. Hell yeah. Take out. Facts. Getting that boy up out of here. Saving Private Loma. The fuck? That nigga is a man. Hold on. I don't like how these dudes pretending like make it seem like Lomachenko was just some big bad badass. We literally had to get this guy up out of here. We was the one saying, "Hey man, we see the clips goes. We see everybody riding. Where are you at? Oh, I'm in Greece, seeking refuge in the church, praying. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You better go to war." So I don't believe Lomachenko's even in the Ukraine, but that's just my opinion. Man, that's true, man. With this game, bro, it's a lot of foul play going on, man. And I understand this. But let's talk about these bitch made fans. Oh my God, these fans kill me. They give me shit to talk about every day. Literally. It's easy. Easy picking these dudes apart. These dumbass fans were telling the world that Lomachenko, deserves a fight over Devin Haney for undisputed, bro. They're really saying shit like that. Somebody made a tweet talking about when the tweet came out saying that basically the fight with Kambosos and Loma is a done deal. Somebody came out with a tweet and saying Haney fans are in shambles right now. We're sad as fuck. Man, jokes is on you. And I ain't never seen no boxing fans that didn't want undisputed. Y'all were just crying for this shit with AJ versus Fury, right? Now y'all don't want it. Said he didn't have a choice but to fight, but pretended like he been down. Typical. Said Pop Smoke, tell that nigga welcome to the party. Hell yeah. The duck party. Duck, now your ass is forced. Ask JoJo what happened. Ask JoJo what just happened, man. JoJo was talking all that, man. He fought JoJo Diaz, fought to be Devin Haney's mandatory. And tried to pull out and say, I want to fight. Not pull out. He wanted to fight against Fortuna, but he tried to say, you know what, I'm going to make a fight with Ryan Garcia instead of trying to make the fight with the champion. And what did the fans do? They discredited Devin Haney so bad. They said, man, that belt's fake. Who gives a fuck about that belt? Devin Haney is the better boxer. Ryan Garcia is the more popular boxer. Da 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 da. He's a star. Blah 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 blah. Just lies, straight up lies. And here I am on Twitter. Fuck it, man. Hell no, JoJo Diaz, you a hoe, man. You niggas is lying. We all on Twitter, D Hive, everybody. We like, bro, what the hell? Man, you better be fighting Devin Haney. Man, the pressure got so bad. And then Ryan Garcia pulls out and says he had an injury. Man, JoJo Diaz was forced to fight Devin Haney. He didn't want it. It's crazy. None of these dudes want it with the guy that they say is pillow fisted. Said how Lomachenko, Usyk, and the Klitschko's all have different uniforms on, but they serve in the same army. Yeah, make it make sense. Make it make sense, y'all. Hold on one second. Said Loma lost to an Uber driver. Imagine if Devin lost to that guy. Everybody would be giving Devin shit right now, dude. Devin wouldn't even be able to exist on Twitter. You got beat up by a fucking cab driver in your second fight, bro. They be saying all types of fucking shit, man. Let's be real, man. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. They'll be saying everything right now. They'll be saying Devin Haney's weak. He's pillow faced it. Oh, you lost to a fucking cab driver. You lost to a guy who steals beers in Mexico. They'll be saying all the shit we saying. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be going extreme though. They'll remind them of that shit every day. Every day. Charlo fought Montiel how many months ago? They still saying, "Oh, you lost. You suck. You're a terrible fighter." Even though you got highlight real knockouts over guys that's way much better than Montiel, the fact that you got hurt by Montiel, oh, you lost. You suck. Yeah, you're the worst fighter ever. They bring that shit up every day. Said Diaz had to be paid more to fight Devin. He was going to take another fight for less money. Oh my God. Man, Jason, man, you already know what time it is when it comes to that shit. You already know what time it is when it comes to these people, man. Say you never gonna have to bully me to scrap for millions. Never. Bro, I don't even care. Bro, you can name any boxer. I'm talking about any boxer from what? Let me see, because I can make 135. Any boxer from 135 to 168. Yeah, or even 175. Any boxer from that. You talking about, oh, I will pay you what, 3 million, 5 million to scrap? You think I'm gonna say no? Bro, I don't give a man what. Yeah, you can get hurt, but you can also kneel, nigga. You can also say, all right, I'm done and quit. You can be a coward and get out of there, but at least you agreed to fight. You know what I'm saying? You can take a knee. You know what I'm saying? You can get tapped and fucking fall over if you that fucking pussy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I wouldn't be scared to scrap. And I understand you could get permanently injured in this sport. But bro, you got a family. You niggas we got family. All of us got family. And you want to tell me that you're so scared of a man that you will not fight him for that much money. You'd rather take less money. I get it. Whatever. Said I'll fight anybody on the planet for that money. Facts. Yeah, and the reason I'm just saying the weight classes is just because just fucking just I ain't no heavyweight. Yeah, I'm just saying because nigga, I'm only like what 5'6", nigga, 160 pounds. I ain't finna be fighting no fucking 230, nigga, 300-pound Tyson Fury, nigga. Boy, hell no. But shit, if you talking about what 100 million, hell yeah, I'll step in there with Tyson Fury. Give me about 6 months, I'm gonna put on fucking 80 pounds. We gonna get at it. Fuck it. Hell yeah. But yeah, said I'll fight anybody for that. You said you'll fight anybody for that. Hell yeah, like bro. And then I was thinking about the Canelo Charlo situation. And my pops, we were talking about it. Me and my pops was talking about the Canelo situation. Hold on one second. Hold on, my bad. Anyways, look, I was thinking about the Canelo and Charlo situation. $100 million to fight David Benavidez and Charlo, bro. I would have took that shit like I would sign it like that, like that. But me and my pops was talking, and he was saying some people will rather take an easy 9 over a hard 10. And what I understood from that is basically yes, it's still a lot of money, but if there's a possibility where I can make less money without taking punishment, then I would take that over fighting the harder guy for more money. And I don't care what nobody say. John Ryder and Triple G are not a harder task than fucking David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo. I don't care. I don't care if you a super boxing fan and you watch every fucking weight class. I don't care who you are. You're not gonna convince me that the duo of Bivol and Triple G, old ass Triple G, is harder than young fucking same age Charlo and younger fucking David Benavidez. The fuck out of here. Said when Devin punished this clown, the boxing world gonna be salty. Nah, these race fans gonna be super salty, dude. Sorry to fucking go off to Canelo and all that other shit, but man, when Devin Haney worked this dude, it's gonna be over, man. I'm telling you, man. Like somebody try to say, oh, when Devin Haney fights, it puts me to sleep. It puts me to sleep. I said, bro, I love this meme. Thank you for having this meme out here because when this shit is all said and done, you better not say that we are bullying you. Better not say we are bullying you because we are gonna fucking go crazy on a fucking George Kambosos. His 15 minutes of fame, that shit is over with, cuz. That shit is over with, bro. His 15 minutes fame it's over with. It's over with, bro. It's over with. That shit's gone. That shit's gone. It's gone, man. That 15 minutes of fame is gone. I don't think he would. Said Ryder's own mother don't think he more difficult fighter than Charlo or Benavidez. Yeah, exactly. My bad. I should have said duo. What's a better fucking, or who's more harder, a harder task or whatever. Triple G, Bivol, and John Ryder, or Charlo and Benavidez, and David Morrell, nigga. Shit, how about some shit like that? Hell no, boy. Fuck no. And that's how you know. That's how you know certain fighters aren't striving to really, really be the best at boxing. They just want to get a payday, like they say everybody want. Because if you don't, if we look at you right, if you're the so-called best boxer in the world, but we don't think that you can beat, all of us, the whole sport collectively, we all can't agree that you can beat this, and that guy in a row, then are you really the best boxer in the world? Because when it came to Floyd Mayweather, it was no doubt that this guy was the best. He was the best because he was fighting the top tier guys that people were saying, oh, you can't beat that guy. And he beat him. And Canelo was one of those opponents. But you said David Morrell will bully these niggas. I'm telling you, bro. And people don't even like hearing that type of shit because they think boxing is a popularity game. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is just some type of, oh, if you got the better resume and more money, 10 times out of 10, you're just going to win. Nah, man, it's not like that, dude. There was a point in time in boxing where they thought white guys were just the best boxer of all time. And they thought the Negroes was just terrible boxers, terrible fighters. And then until you mixed them up, they broke the color lines, allowed them to fight. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the top white guys making all the money in boxing, and then you got a guy who just literally walked off the plantation, going against this guy. Man, this shit's been happening for a long time. The guys that you know what I'm saying are shit, you know what I'm saying? Guys that you don't know, you don't recognize, you know what I'm saying? They do beat the A side. This is boxing. Guys from nowhere beat the guys that's from somewhere. It happens all the fucking time. But yeah, like David, and he bring it up to speed. Guys like David Morrell, motherfucking guys that, you know what I'm saying, grew up on motherfucking fried bananas and shit. You know what I'm saying? In the trenches, you know what I'm saying? Hungry. You know what I'm saying? One of the guys, all his uncles and cousins couldn't make it here to America. He made it to America. He hungry. You'll tell me that this guy, this kid, that's fucking hungry and super skilled, grew up on eating fucking plantains and shit and all types of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they eat in Cuba and shit, starving. You don't think that this guy ain't ready to fight somebody big? You don't think he has a chance in boxing? We all know the struggle breeds the best type of boxers, dude. Let's keep it 100. Said Haney hasn't still signed yet. Dude, let's keep it 100, dude. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it fucking 100. That shit is happening. If it don't happen, Devin Haney, he might as well go up to 140, dude. Fight at 147 or some shit. Or fight the winner of fucking Rolly versus Javante Davis. Said Haney the one who sent out the contract. And, and that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't even make any fucking sense. Because what platform does George Kambosos have? The contract they probably sent out was a contract requesting some motherfucking money. It's not, they're not putting up no money. They don't have no network behind them. Yeah, it said we still don't know the nature of the deal or what network it's on. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be on the zone. So I don't understand that where Lou gonna get that money. Shit, really? I don't know, man. I have one idea where I think Lou may get that money from, but what's understood don't gotta be said. Dev sent out a contract for 5 mil. Man, all I know is Devin, you better work on sitting on your punches, man, and do what you do already. But he's gonna have to he's gonna have to he's gonna have to either beat this dude up bad or drop him a couple times because they're gonna try to rob him. They're definitely gonna try to rob him. They're definitely gonna try to rob this motherfucker, man. But guess what, y'all? Usyk got his permission to come back and fight. Breaking news on the Art Band channel. Usyk just now granted permission. Let me read this shit word for word. Alexander Usyk has received permission from the Ukrainian sports minister to leave the country during a war and will begin training camp for a summer rematch with Anthony Joshua, unified heavyweight champion, sources tell ESPN. That's the breaking news. Said Lou got that DK money. Man, let's keep it bad. Bro, we don't even have to say too much. We already know what time it is, man. We already know what time it is. But shout out to everybody in the chat, though. But like back to my brother D Hive said, he said, we still don't know the nature of the deal or what network it's on. We definitely don't. We definitely don't. But I honestly believe it's going to be on the zone. And the zone might have himself a little lineup. Anthony Joshua versus Usyk 2. Motherfucker, the zone versus, not the zone, motherfucking George Kambosos versus Devin Haney for the undisputed lightweight title ship match. Yeah, they got a little card right there. So Loma better not come back with him. Nah, I think his shit probably got denied. I feel like it's different because it's the heavyweight title shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not even a champion, nigga. What are you defending? You better defend the fucking Ukraine's honor right now, bro. There's nothing that Lomachenko has to defend in America. Fuck all that. Honestly, I want Haney to just pot shot him for 12 rounds. It doesn't matter if it's boring, whatever. Haney recently takes more risk on for a KO. He doesn't need to do that. Man, I feel like with the dude like George Kambosos, I feel like Devin Haney can afford taking risk. George Kambosos, he really don't got pop like that. And I know he dropped Tio, but nigga, that's Tio with the air in his lungs. That was a different Tio, right? Devin Haney never been dropped before. He's been wobbled before, and that's something that's in the back of my head. Thinking, I'm like, yeah, I have seen Devin Haney hurt, but we even let George Kambosos even get close enough to even do that. I feel like the best thing Devin Haney got to do is keep him at bay with his jab, pop shot him with that right hand, dig him up top, stick him to the ribs. Yeah, literally just stick him just like that, up top with the jab, and then pop him right in the stomach, man. And if he try to get close, hit him with that straight right, straight down the middle, pivot out, get out. He don't even have to stay there. He really don't even have to stay in there. He really nah, real shit though. He don't even have to stay in there. He don't even have to stay in the middle with him. Just pop shot him. Stick him with the jab. When he try to get close, hit him with the right. Keep on working his body. Jab him up top. Jab him to the body. So you know what I'm saying? Take the water out the bridge, man. For real. Take that water under the bridge, man. Take that shit out from under him, dude. Real shit. I feel like it'll be an easy fucking fight if Devin Haney just stick to what he already do, but just be on your toes, man. With a guy like George Kambosos, one thing I do say he has is speed, precision. Do I want to say timing? I want to say timing, but I don't think he can time a guy like Devin Haney because Devin Haney's so elusive, man. He's a great fucking boxer, dude. Good boxer. Becoming a great boxer once he gets this shit done. He's gonna be a legend, man. One of the youngest, the youngest undisputed champion in boxing history? Or was that Mike Tyson? I don't know. We'll see. Said Dev is more skilled. Dev need to fight a smart fight and not try to impress the crowd. The crowd, man, I hope they not fighting in fucking Australia. Let's keep it 100 because that shit's fucking whack. Don't fight down under, nigga. Fight right here up top. in fucking in Vegas or something, dude. I want to see this shit. It's gonna be a game of speed at the end of the day. Yeah, and both of them are fast. Both of them are fast. I feel like Kambosos can't type Devin Haney because Devin Haney gonna mix him up. And I feel like does George Kambosos even have good defense? Does he have defense? What is his defense? Said honestly, people got Kambosos over it. He's got quick hands but slow feet, bad reaction time. Haney is better literally in every way. In every fucking way. The only reason why I pick George Kambosos to beat um only reason why I pick him to beat motherfucking Teofimo Lopez is because what Teofimo was gonna do wrong. I knew Teofimo wasn't mentally prepared. I knew Teofimo lacked certain things. I knew Teofimo lacked defense. So I knew, man, when you match this guy up with an undisciplined Teofimo Lopez, mentally unstable Teofimo Lopez, airing his lung Teofimo Lopez, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You can get him out of there. But as we seen in that fight, even though Teofimo was handicapped, he was still able to drop this guy and almost get George Kambosos up out of there. Dude, the referees was looking for a reason to jump in there and call that fight off. But he made it through. He made it through. He made it through. Devin Haney, man, you get rocked in there against Devin Haney, dude, you gonna be looking crazy. Now, a lot of people like to say Devin Haney got pillow fist and this and that. Go watch Linares versus Haney again. I want y'all to go rewatch that fight. That should be today's homework. Go rewatch that fight. Because in that fight, you would see that when Devin Haney was hitting Linares to the body, Devin Haney wasn't the only one clinching. Linares was clinching. He's like, oh shit. He felt that shit. He was feeling those punches, man. He wasn't like, oh yeah, Devin Haney hit me one or two jabs and I'm gonna just keep on coming in and I'm gonna try to come out with a knockout punch. It was none of that. It was Devin Haney was mixing him up. He'll swing, miss. Devin Haney will look at him and start schooling him. He'll get hit. He started clinching, grabbing, all types of shit. Go rewatch that fight, man. He felt Devin Haney's punches. And I'm not saying Devin Haney's some knockout artist, but the dude got some pop. There's a reason why everybody's just not fucking running through his punches just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna walk through it and just, you know what I'm saying, sleep him. Nah. Hell no. They felt that shit. And they can't barely even touch the man. Devin man strength hasn't come in. I think Devin Haney does have man strength, but he needs to fucking move up in weight. I feel like that shit it'll be more, you know what I'm saying? I feel like at 140, 147, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney was not saying he's straight knocking dudes out, but I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney was technically knocking dudes out. Yeah. So Linares gave him that sauce, though. It wasn't for that bell, he would have been in trouble. And I think because of that bell is the reason why he was in trouble. Go rewatch that fight. I honestly believe that Devin Haney thought like, oh, okay, it's getting closer to the bell. I already know what's about to go down. Oh, let me be a little bit lax and walk out. He didn't think that dude was going to throw that many punches towards the end and got caught. And he felt that shit. Sometimes you get hit in that spot and you feel it, man. You feel it. But what did he do? He went back in there and showed him that, hey, man, I can still box even though I'm hurt. I can still box. And whatever I had to do to win the fight, I can do it. And that's what champions do. The name of the game is to win, right? Who left? How? What was the scoring on that fight? What was that score on that fight? Like 10-2? 11-1? So I was skeptical of Haney before that Linares fight, not anymore. Let's keep it 100. With that Linares fight, I honestly said, man, one of my favorite fights from Lomachenko was Linares versus Lomachenko. And in that fight, I noticed that Linares got some pop. He definitely do. He had fucking Lomachenko sitting on his ass. Had that motherfucker sitting right on his ass. There's nowhere he could go. Straight down the middle. Pop. Devin Haney got rocked, but he was still standing. Lomachenko got dropped. But right then and there, I knew Linares was a tough task. I'm not saying that this guy is the best fighter in the world, no shit like that. But I'm saying for a guy that y'all call pillow fisted or whatever, he can't do this, he can't do that. That was a big step up. And he passed with flying colors to me, in my eyes. It's better than losing to a guy like Salido in your second fight and you're fucking known for being this best stand down amateur. Yeah, the fight was 10-2. Devin Haney is the only top lightweight that's never been dropped. I've never seen Tank dropped. I never seen Tank dropped. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, man. I like Devin Haney a lot. I really do. I believe in the kid. I actually been watching Devin Haney for quite some time. I used to watch his little series when he was in Mexico whooping on the Mexican dudes. Whatever. Perfecting his craft. And one thing I want to see though for sure, my dream fight, Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis. Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis, man. Y'all not ready for that shit. Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney, dude. That's man. Like, can you imagine the promotion for that shit? I'm a Tank fan, as you see. You know what I'm saying? I got the Tank shirt on or whatever. But man, that fight right there, in my eyes, is 50-50. Said Tank versus Devin is 4 years away, not happening anytime soon. 4 years away. Do you know how old Gervonta Davis is? Me and Gervonta Davis the same age, I believe. And I'm 27. I think he's 26. 4 years. 27, 28, 29, 30. I don't know. I think it might happen a little earlier. I said Tank older than me. Yeah. I'm 27. I think Gervonta Davis is 27 too. Exactly. I don't know, man. I think that shit might happen sooner than we think, man, because we gonna push for it, and the race fans gonna push for it. You know why? Because they're gonna be like, "Oh, man, you see, he's so good, man. Now put him against Gervonta Davis, because ain't no telling if Lomachenko's coming back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If or even coming back to weight class, I think they could top rank gonna feed him to Shakur Stevenson, anyways. But yeah, I think that fight might happen, and the race fans will push for it because they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, man." He's this, and that. He needs to go ahead and fight Tank, man, since he's so good. And since Gervonta's so good, why is he ducking Haney? And you know how that shit go. DAZN already got footage of Devin Haney talking about Gervonta Davis and they sparring. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to create a situation where I don't know, man. I really don't know because we also got to think about these bitch ass networks, man. We got to think about these networks. They fuck around and try to stop the fight, just like they stopped Munguia versus Charlo. But you said Loma versus Shakur is a damn good matchup. That's gonna be the worst day ever for the race fans. That's gonna be the worst day ever for the race fans. You know that, right? Because when Shakur Stevenson beat the shit out of this guy Lomachenko, I'm thinking Floyd Gotti. Shakur Stevenson versus Loma is Floyd Gotti. Not saying that Gotti and Loma fight the same, but I'm saying the type of ass whipping he's going to receive, it's going to be very similar. Anthony Evans says Loma schooled Shakur, just like he schooled Salido, huh? Just like he schooled Salido. Well, let me guess, Salido was cheating because he was punching in the nuts. But then again, cheating doesn't exist in boxing, right? Taking Shakur would have been ducking Lomachenko since he whooped Gary. Hell no. I want to see Gervonta Davis knock out Lomachenko, but I wouldn't mind Shakur Stevenson doing it. Just know any dude out of the top three, even top four, you put Lomachenko in there with Devin Haney, he getting cooked. You put him in there with Gervonta Davis, he's getting stopped. You put him in there with Shakur Stevenson, he's getting cooked and stopped. And you know who else? Also, I think could beat Lomachenko. Call me crazy, but I think Keyshawn Davis could beat Lomachenko too. There'll be two Olympians fighting, right? Amateur pedigree, right? El Rayo fuck around and beat Lomachenko. Hey, look, it's not crazy to believe. It's not crazy to believe because somebody who's driving Uber beat Lomachenko, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? It's not hard to believe. Yeah, it's not hard to believe, man. So, who do you think is the best out of all the people I just named? Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis, and Javante Davis. Um, mm, I don't know, man. I just got to see it. I just got to see him scrap because there's things that Devin Haney does so well that I think, man, that can counter fucking what Tank possesses. And then I think about, damn, Tank, he does some things that I feel like if he was able to get in close range of Devin Haney, it could be ugly. And then Shakur Stevenson, he just does everything so good. I really don't see. I don't know, man. And then we got Keyshawn Davis, who's pretty good too, man. And I'm pretty sure. I know it's a little early to talk about him, but when you see him do his thing in the future, styling on dudes, people will be like, "Dude, this guy's probably even better than Shakur Stevenson." You'll never fucking know. Yeah. So Barrios kept Tank off balance to survive to an 11 round. Keyshawn Davis can go 12 with Tank and decision him. Yeah, that can happen. And I'm not gonna be one of these boxing fans. Oh no, hell no, that can never happen. Javante Davis just gonna stop him. He just gonna stop him. Because did you see what Linares did? He stopped him. That's gonna be nah, nigga. You gotta really think about boxing realistically. You gotta think about boxing realistically. It's not just about stopping somebody. Boxing is called boxing, not the knockout game. Tank can stop anybody, but he has to land clean. That's true. That's true. My dude, given quality of life says in the close it's a close 50-50 top class fight. It's about who can take and dish it out the most punishment. Devin and Shakur can take big shots like or can't take big shots like Tank. Tank got the heavy hands. Man, I don't know. How you know Devin and Shakur can't take a punch? I ain't never seen them stopped. I ain't never seen them dropped. hit and don't get hit. Yeah, that's true. But people acting like Gervonta Davis doesn't have any boxing skills. This is what I don't understand. They make it seem like Gervonta Davis, the only thing he know how to do is just knock people out. He don't know how to box. I was watching but I'm gonna keep it 100. I was watching uh Gamboa versus Gervonta Davis the other day at work. And it was the 11th round. No, I think it was the 10th round. Either the 10th or 11th round. But man, Kambosos, I don't know what I'm saying. Gamboa had enough time to land like 3 perfect punches on Gervonta Davis, dude. Like he hit him with like flush combination, but he had no steam on him. But Gervonta Davis, he took them punches, and I'm like, yo, I see that you still knocked him out or whatever, but you put him in there with a young, faster guy with a little bit more power. You're not taking punches like that, 3 fucking open shots like that. And I was a little bit disgusted in Gervonta Davis because I'm like, man, I thought you were a product of Money Mayweather. You ain't supposed to be getting punched like this. Hell no. Said Gamboa know how to survive. He been in there with all types of KO punchers. He earns his paychecks. Yeah, he was there. Gervonta Davis, he did do his job. He broke him down and knocked him out. But there was a time where Gervonta Davis had his hands down and Gamboa hit him with like a 3-piece. I wish I could show it, but I can't for copyright reasons. But yeah, what's going on, man?
What's the deal, bro?
Yeah, man, we just talking boxing, dude.
I got one statement to say. When it comes to Kambosos, you bitch you. You bitch you. You are it's Tom and Jerry time over, nigga. And it is so funny that he got his ass on Twitter. Somebody told him do that, Art. He hopped his ass straight on Twitter trying to damage control. Oh, yeah,
because he was silent. He was silent for too long.
What did we say to him too? Why you quiet? I honestly feel like we got that ball rolling, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Because out of nowhere, after we start adding that nigga, that press release came out. Then now he's tweeting again. He be seeing your ass post, bro.
Yeah, you know how I know? Because George Kambosos, I know he knows my account because I was one of the people saying that he was gonna beat Teofimo Lopez, and I remember him responding to my tweets because I was telling him like, dude, you better not be one of them dudes coming to lay down. And he's like, oh no, I'm coming to take those belts. So we already had interactions online, and I know he sees that shit. But the fact that that a lot of people going after him, or bro, you could just see it. It don't matter if you're motherfucking Beyonce, man, or Jay-Z. If you post something and you see that majority of your comments all look the same, you're gonna notice. You're gonna notice what the people are talking about.
Yeah, and that they don't look at that shit
if they looking at their phones.
He super be paying attention. That nigga said D.I. I bet he blocked D.I. man. You know D.I. smoked him.
Hell yeah, I kept the PG though, but I wouldn't just like do you a bitch or nothing like that. I just told him like, man, I don't know, you acting real funny style now. But now he's posting or whatever, trying to make it seem like he always wanted to fight. It was Devin Haney's fault, whatever. And we like, bro, do you not notice we seen the news that Lomachenko decided to turn down the deal?
That Cat Williams shit, that was perfect. That was
yeah, when he was like, nigga, you know we can see you. The fuck?
What's good? What's good with you fellas?
What's going on, brother Julius?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, man.
Chilling, man.
We just talking about this George Kambosos. No more ducking, man. No more motherfucking ducking.
Hey, I gotta give a shout out to the black boxing fans because they say that we made that happen. Because what happened is, and I had told you, Art, man, that I didn't think that this fight would even happen. But the pressure that the black boxing fans kept on everybody's neck about Kambosos ducking, it put him in a wall where they didn't have nowhere to turn but to go to the Devin Haney fight. You know, they had to.
They try to make it like that public perception. They try to make it like they don't throw stuff out there to see what the people think. And it's weird because you saying Usyk finna leave. Ain't that weird? They try to promote it like Loma was the guy finna leave the whole time. They just trying to create controversy, I feel like, at this point.
I feel like Lomachenko got denied.
Most definitely.
Quite possibly, man.
I think they denied it.
It was never a thing.
Because what are you defending?
And to be real with you, man, nobody really wants to put any fighter from the UK or Russia on their card right now. Like, nobody wants to deal with Bivol, Beterbiev. The only reason Beterbiev getting a fight is because he's been living in Canada so long that he's not even looked at as a Russian anymore. He looked at as a Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like this, though. It's like this. With Bivol, I'm telling people, I wouldn't be surprised if, y'all bought the tickets, the fight go on sale, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then within the last 2 weeks of the fight, it gets swapped out for John Ryder. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised.
Look, man. Look, that live, bro. We said that shit, and it's been inching. Ever since we said that, his name got into the equation all of a sudden.
All of a sudden. And look, what's crazy is I posted, I said, I basically said, would John Ryder be a good replacement fighter if Bivol?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I said, asking for DAZN. Tell me why a lot of bots and whatever came to the comment section saying like, that's a good fight. It's a decent fight. It's better than what you call again, Charles Selesky.
Hey, ain't it something that they allow Canelo to fight every Irish, European, white guy in the world, but no one else can? John Ryder is a journeyman fighter. Think about that for a second. They try to say that Canelo is a pound for pound guy. I know this for an absolute fact. When Roy Jones was in his prime, the commission wouldn't even allow a fight against a John Ryder. They would not, because they know that it's the possibility of a killing happening in the ring.
Could kill him.
You know what I'm saying? He could kill this guy. Like, Canelo fight every European, and it's nothing. Like, John Ryder is a low-level fighter. And I don't know who this scrub was on the Twitter the other day trying to ride for John Ryder. I'm like, bro, you got more confidence in John Ryder than his mama do.
No bullshit.
For real, man. Nobody believes in that guy.
Jacobs win is like, that's baffling. Like, what's happening right now? Jacobs ain't did nothing lately.
Jacobs is a scrub right now. Did you see him the last 2 times he fought? Guy looked like garbage, man.
And you know what they told me? They told me that John Ryder has the best win over Charlo and Benavidez.
I saw that, man.
Which is Danny Jacobs at
crazy.
168.
It's crazy.
You know what I know?
What's that?
I don't care what nobody's saying. Eddie Hearn and them had John Ryder win that fucking fight just to save face. Just to save face if this Bivol fight gets canceled.
Exactly. And because, let's be honest. Eddie Hearn has absolutely robbed a bank over the last couple of years. I want y'all to see for a second, man. Has any other, like, Al Heyman got a lot of money to put on shows, but he put on a lot of great shows. Man, can you believe the amount of money the man has put on fights in his backyard, man? Think about that. Eddie Hearn put on shows with people, with fighters in his backyard. And it's been garbage fights, man. These are garbage fights. Like, think about it. Has he put on any type of mega fight? No. Nothing, no big time 50-50 fight. What are people going to say? Because Canelo against Triple G ain't 50-50 no more. So You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the fights? And this guy got all that money. He doing like your boy DK is. He might as well be a Escobar or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because he money laundering.
Man,
he might got them
the
people
news I
behind him.
just heard about that.
Say that
You
again.
said what?
What you say?
No, I was saying, you know what I heard today, man?
What's that,
From the
brother?
guy from the WBC, man. I posted on my Twitter, man. I'm telling you, dude, these guys are corrupt. Let me go look at it real quick.
Okay.
I posted
I
it
know what
today.
you're talking about. That shit ridiculous.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I know what you're talking about too. Mauricio Suleiman statement.
Yep. Mauricio Suleiman said that he said that is why Daniel Cunningham will have our full support in his quest to bring benefits to boxing.
Wow.
We're gonna take his money, aka we're gonna take that money, and
We're gonna take that check.
And then I pulled up an article that says Mauricio Suleiman slams Team Wilder Tamara Gloves Fury claims.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, man. DK probably been paying the WBC all along, bro. He probably been paying the WBC all along. You got to understand, the WBC ain't like all these leagues would get in trouble for any type of things like this, like the NBA, the Major League, NFL. You know, they have the FBI is associated with any type of tampering or anything, but not in boxing. Boxing is really, truly the wild, wild west, man. You can do anything. You can have any type of character. I mean, you know, it's sad, man, but that's just what it is. So Daniel Cunningham, hey, what would it be for him to drop 100,000 on a boxing judge to throw a decision?
That's a penny.
That ain't nothing to him. You know what I'm saying?
And they say he got a
corrupt,
monopoly
man.
on European drug dealing, practically. Like they said, he run a couple countries. Yeah.
Whole drug ring, you know, but he can't leave Dubai though. He leave Dubai. That's it.
Yep. And then
but think about that though.
They say he tried to do an interview. They say he actually did an interview with somebody. They said he has like an hour-long interview, but he was advised not to release it by his lawyer.
Hey man, you know it must
like
be.
He trying to cut. This guy must love the limelight or something. I think like he want to be in the limelight.
That's exactly what it is.
A lot of these drug dealers got that problem. He want to be in the limelight because it's like, dude,
you're
doing all this
out like every movie I've seen, bro. Doing too much, trying to convert into a world where you're not accepted, but they're gonna take your bread. And for Mauricio Suleiman to come out and say that shit, Julius onto something. That's like the main thing I took from that shit. I'm like, man, for Mauricio Suleiman to put his neck on the line like that,
yeah,
he gave him like 50 million or some shit. He gave him 100 million
exactly.
or something.
Yeah, ain't no telling how much he gave him. And like I said, man, he don't care. Like Mauricio don't care. Like because that's how much he got paid.
We were all thinking, dude, like, why he jumped? Why Mauricio Suleiman jumped to Tyson Fury's defense? I know he a white man and all, but like, why? What's going on? Now you see it. It's like, yo,
plain as day.
They really said wild.
I post that shit. Ain't no Fury fan debate me. They already, man. You know what's so wild? All the dudes in the UK, they all know the day that purse bid got announced, when they said Frank Warren won the purse bid for $41 million. Man, everybody in that comment section from London, the UK, they all knew. They all knew. They're like, yeah, we know where he got that money from.
Right.
They all knew.
That's crazy.
So it's like,
when was the last time they had any relevant shows?
Man, they cold whiteness. They gonna stick to that shit. They gonna deny it every time they get. That's why I don't even debate them.
Yeah, they put each other in position for money with shit like that. I already knew what that play was about.
Yeah.
I think though, this shit with Loma, man, Devin, I'm uncomfortable now because like, okay, the fight can happen. Like Kambosos want the fight. Now I'm uncomfortable with the fact that he's going to Australia.
What?
Yeah, me too. Me too. Me
Hey, look,
too.
I told Art Man and D Hive, I don't know if you heard it, brother, but I said this a while back that I felt the fight wouldn't happen. But I said if it would, I said Devin not being a knockout puncher, he's in danger of losing that fight, like in extreme danger, because the only way for him to truly know that he won is not just to dominate the fight, but they're going to have to be knockdowns, multiple knockdowns to the point where you can't take it from him. But like anything close, look at Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. Like the American public don't care about cheating for a white guy of any nationality. The thing was, Jeff Horn got beat up that fight, but because he was tough, because he was tough and he hung around, they gave him the fight. They justified it. You know what I'm saying?
You rewatch that fight, I never seen Manny Pacquiao look like the in control person like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Horn was rushing it, and Manny was moving out of the way. Blah, blah, blah. Like it looked like a street fight. He got his ass whooped in a street fight. Manny was just like, "Oh, you're stupid," and he was like, "Okay, you could be rough." Manny wasn't even caring about the rough stuff like that. Like, well, he should have. The ref could have did a lot more on that too. That's another part of it that was like, okay, you niggas is throwing.
Well, and then what was crazy about that fight is they was about to stop the damn fight in the 9th round
multiple times. His
exactly.
Like you getting your ass whooped.
But at the end of the day, Manny went home with an L, and let's be honest, that's truly the only reason that Terrence Crawford is the WBO champion, because 9 times out of 10, we would have already had an undisputed champion from PBC. But see, I ain't gonna get into that because I'm not saying, I don't want to upset no one, but that's just facts of boxing, man. It's just the facts and the politics. That's what would have happened.
That shit from a mile away when you look at how he immediately put Bud in there with Jeff Horn. He came out and said he didn't want them to fight. So when it was possible, you swerved it. It's like you wanted Manny to lose to a white dude.
That's why I feel like, but even though that lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, he really going at it with this lawsuit. Even though I feel like, it's tough, he could win based off of that whole Manny Pacquiao Crawford situation.
Exactly. Because he didn't want Terrence. And see, that's why our black folks, we got to do better, man. We have to do better with staying on code. Everybody else stays on code, but with us, we are conditioned to go against the grain.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100, Julius. I've been seeing some other cultures. They've been too so Americanized. You know what they picking up too? They picking up cooning. They picking up cooning.
You right.
Nah, real shit.
You right. No, you right.
Cool on themselves.
Yeah, you right. You absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. We in a coon society, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, absolutely right.
I'm not
but
that whole yeah.
But he did not want Pacquiao to fight Bud. You know what I'm saying? But he okayed Jeff Horn to fight him and win the title. Then he said, well, let me go ahead and throw Bud this guy. I ain't gotta pay all that money for it, because that's what it come down to. It came down to he didn't want to pay Bud what Bud thought he would be worth for a Pacquiao fight.
And you know what it was as well, Julius? That was Manny Pacquiao's last fight with
I was going to say that shit.
Absolutely.
That was going to be
absolutely
Jeff Horn's first fight with a new deal with Top Rank.
Yep. And where that fight happened at? Where that fight happened at? Australia, right?
Australia. Them people
all
cold,
right,
man.
There you go. There you go. That's why I'm saying, like, Devin Haney better be careful.
See how they did Regis in the UK. I thought he won that fight. At first, I thought Taylor did enough to win a little bit. And I was like, man, hell no. Nah.
Yeah, me too. When I first watched it, but then I went back and watched it like a month ago. I'm like, yo, Regis won this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, D-Hop, Aram said in a backroom conversation with DeBella, I seen Champside posted, DeBella, Eddie Hearn, and Aram. It was like either it was up there in a post-fight conference, some sort of something going on. He told him the only reason that Devin ain't getting that Loma fight is because he's not with. That's it. Like, I mean, you know what that means. I ain't making no money off that nigga, so he can't get no money off me. That's what the Aram really like that his he like a fucking dog whistle promoter. Like
he is.
Yeah.
He know how to do it. He's been doing it for so long.
Yep.
And he triggered the right people. I felt like Kambosos, y'all might not think this, but I felt like and somebody put a key in Kambosos' back for him to say the certain shit that crowd was saying, you know, like to get people to back him. Because I noticed that's what motherfuckers do in boxing Twitter. They like, if a bunch of dumbasses come agree with them, they feel like they won an argument. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. 100%. Even though they be talking stupid. You know what I'm saying?
But Bob Arum's so crazy, though. He'll tell you what you really feel. Like, bro, he was telling people already, he said, man, I'm not paying for T.O. versus George Kambosos. Who the fuck is George Kambosos?
Yep.
But here you are today boosting George Kambosos' name up.
Yep. All day.
He said I think he said he thought T.O. won the fight too. After that. No, Aram was like, I don't give a damn. As long as is he signed to me? That's what he asking after the
right. And I can make a paper when you won that fight.
What they should do is throw a whole monkey wrench into it and get Keyshawn Davis to fight George Kambosos. I'm telling you, man, and I'm just being honest. One thing I'm getting sick of in boxing that they didn't have no problem doing with Usyk. They ain't have no problem doing with Lomachenko. These guys are able, as European guys, to come right in and get title fights within 6, 7, 10 fights, or 2 fights, 3 fights, and nobody say nothing. But Keyshawn Davis, in my opinion, is more talented than Lomachenko. So I want to see Keyshawn Davis up in the title fight by the end of the year, first of next year. I think he need to be fighting for a belt. And that's just how I see it, man.
I think Lomachenko and Triple G probably the most, and I mean Canelo too. They some of the most intricate hype jobs I've ever seen, and they good at the same time. But they placed in such positions to where they like. And when it comes to Loma, you gotta look at this like you said. This dude, you're not supposed to get a title fight after you lose.
Right. He got a title fight after going 1-1. Right.
1-1, and that is against the fucking rules of boxing. People tell me, but he came back and beat Gary. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about that he shouldn't have been in the fight, period. That's what
right. And then y'all say Gary ain't shit either, right?
That's what they say. So, you know, so they really ain't supposed to brag off that, right?
That's really his best win when you think about it. That's why they say
that's definitely his best win as a pro.
Crowler, Linares had been knocked out already. I think he had 3 losses because I was working at Benihana's and shit in like 2018, and I'm looking at the monitor while they was fighting. Man,
hey, bro, we done tore a new one in Linares because I talked about all his knockout losses, and I told D-Hive and Artman to call that guy a journeyman. When you get knocked out by a guy that with about 15 losses in the first round, man, I'm not gonna keep sitting here calling you a great win. And I even said that. I said that even when Devin fought him. I said Devin can fight better competition. Linares is garbage to me, man. I'm just being real.
He ain't got no heart.
Yeah, he don't got no heart. He don't got no chin, and
he'll quit too.
But only thing he got power for that weight class. Decent power for that weight class.
He do. He went up to 40.
He got the ability to stun you or knock you out, but he don't got the skills to do it.
Yeah.
That punch for Devin was like lucky as fuck. Lucky as fuck. It was at the end of the round. It was
right.
I think Devin assumed he was going to stop throwing because Devin was going to stop throwing. Like
he was sitting on those punches, man. After Devin Haney threw that, I remember it was like the beginning of like the 6th round. He walked up on him and he just hit him with a straight left hand. He sat on that punch. It was like a left hook. And Linares, after getting punched with that hook, he started holding on to Devin Haney's hand, and Devin Haney had to pull his arm out. Do you remember that sequence?
But let me say this. I remember that, but here's the thing that I was trying to get all those people that were going crazy about it. In boxing, it's possible that a guy can get hurt by a punch. Like, these guys don't know boxing, because if they knew boxing, then De La Hoya, Trinidad, none of those guys would have ever been the type of superstars. I seen Oscar De La Hoya get knocked down in fights a couple times early in his career to guys no one ever heard of. Same thing with Felix Trinidad. Matter of fact, the saying was Trinidad used to get knocked down in every fight in the first 2-3 rounds and then come back and blow a guy out. You know what? The Puerto Rican fans didn't say anything. I saw Floyd Mayweather get hurt by a punch twice by DeMarcus Chop Corley. So that thing can happen, man. It can 100% happen. I saw Roy Jones, when they would consider him Superman, get knocked to the floor. Do that mean that Roy Jones wouldn't, if he was in his prime today, wouldn't knock Canelo out in 3 or 4 rounds? So that's why I say, man, a lot of these guys, it's hard to talk boxing with them because they don't know boxing.
Even more recent time, we seen Errol Spence get hurt against that African dude that they like
right.
playing whatever
Absolutely.
they talk about. But he got hurt by that African dude, and look where he at now, about to snatch up 3 belts.
Exactly. Same thing. I seen Ugas get knocked down and beat up and lost the fight against Amir Imam. And look at Amir Imam today and look at Ugas today. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Amir Imam got knocked out by Jose Ramirez. Ugas just beat Manny Pacquiao. So you don't know how a guy's career is going to go. You know what I'm saying? It's possible for guys to come back. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I seen Jamel Herring get beat up and stopped by a Russian dude that's about 5'3". But guess what? The Russian guy never won a belt, and Jamel Herring did. So you never know, man.
They was really acting like that because Devin was creaming everybody, and they didn't want to. He's knocking people out, and they was trying to say he wasn't a knockout artist. Like that Moran dude hadn't got beat like that.
Devin got knockout of the year one year,
and the very next year he was pillow fisted.
Yeah, but hey, I've said this a million times. I'm gonna say it again, bro. To me, Devin Haney ain't gonna start to get the full credit that he deserved until he is out from under the whole entire matchroom umbrella, man. He got to move from under that umbrella. Just point blank, bro.
Eddie focused on Canelo.
Exactly. He's not even focused on it. Like, if this Canelo fight with Kambosos don't come on, he won't care.
Eddie Hearn and shit.
What'd you say, Art?
I said Canelo hugging Eddie Hearn.
You feel me? See, he tried to have Devin on his hip to prove, because he know. I'm not gonna lie, Eddie played smart money with Devin. Though he did, he played smart money with Devin because look at what he can do. You don't, and before all this weird shit start going on around Devin, we are aware of what I've been following Devin since he was fucking 16. I know what the backing he had. He's supposed to be getting treated like a Canelo or a Ryan. If you want to talk about how they treat guys who've been getting talked about like that, how they want to act like Loma is. Shit, he went pro at what, 16, 17? Canelo.
Yeah, he went 16. Canelo at 15 and Devin at 16.
Come on now. That's supposed to count for something according to me. Shit. And all the people who logical about the shit, I think that Devin is really in a prime position when y'all think about it, because to be honest, like all that hating shit, he can win through that. all that hating and shit, he could win through that. That's what Shakur kind of doing. He winning through the nonsense, but I think Devin is a little more hated than Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So Devin can he could use that, and that could be his gimmick, just like Floyd had, and he could take that and make money off that. That's pretty much could be his motto, like fighting who, people he can play villain with.
Shakur need to start talking about Canelo again, because they wouldn't feel it when he said he feel like he could beat Canelo in the same weight class.
They was stupid of them not to get what he meant.
They purposely because come on, bro. Everybody knows Shakur Stevenson's skill, bro. Even the detractors, they know it.
They really be trying to bully niggas into not talking about Canelo.
Yeah, it's like they're like, oh, please, Shakur, we don't want to have to treat you like the rest of those Negroes. Please don't say nothing about Canelo.
No, they're on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that's the issue. That's the thing that I hate, is that all his fights are on the internet. I want to see him get to some regular TV of any kind where truly his talents, think about it, man. Devin Haney is a budding superstar. But if he was in another sport, man, think about that for a second. Could you imagine if we only got a chance to see a young Dwayne Wade and we had to go to the internet to see him play? We couldn't see him play on NBC or ESPN or this or that. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
I feel like
you can see him on the application.
Yeah, you got to see him on the application, and think about it. Black folks, we buy boxing, period. We go to fights. Being for real now. I'm gonna take emotions out of it for a second, because I'm gonna take the I love blacks out of it for a second. You think about how much he gonna have to recover when he finally leave Matchroom. He gonna have to build up his fan base again, because a lot of the love that he get from the black fans are just for him being black, because a lot of them haven't seen him fight before, or they only seen highlights. I'm just telling you, bro.
Hey,
and
excuse me for 1 second so I can add to your point.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's funny you say that, because with Eddie Hearn, oh man, you just really opened up something on my mind. When you think about it, why haven't Eddie tried to put Devin on none of Canelo undercards?
Right. Where he could be seen the most. Yep.
He's supposed to be our future, right?
Hey, look, man. Hey, slavery comes in many forms. And a lot of people think, and we have all heard this saying, well, if they paying somebody enough money, you know what I'm saying? That ain't no slavery. That's da-da-da-da-da. Nah, it's slavery to a certain degree, because and that's what has happened to us black folks, because we don't want to invest in ourselves. Because think about it. He giving Devin a check, but then he putting his fights on an application. And not only application, you watching a fight that's buffering. Just think about it. It's buffering. You never know when the app might go out for 15 minutes or just anything. I'm just saying, man, the guy is not getting the exposure that a superstar or a future superstar is supposed to be getting. Look at Earl Spence. Earl Spence now gets 25, 30, 50,000 people can come out to Dallas Stadium and want to see him. When he fight in Las Vegas, 15,000, 20,000 people come and see Earl Spence. How did that happen? They say that Al Heyman can't build fighters, but how did Earl Spence get his fan base like that? How? You know what I'm saying?
Earl Spence got his fan base organically. That's what we call organically.
And he was fighting so that people could see his fights. Remember, he still got the most viewed fights on NBC when they put him on, showcased him after the Olympics. Earl Spence was the most watched fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's the exposure I'm talking about. And not only did they put him there, he didn't win a 12-round decision. No, he smoked the guy and retired the guy and knocked his butt up under the ropes. That's what you do, man. Look at Charlo when he fought on NBC and won his title when he knocked out K9. He knocked him out on national TV, bro. My brothers and them don't even have cable like that at the time. That was just like 5 years ago. They don't even have cable. But guess what they was talking about? They were like, Julius, who is that Charlo? Who is that boy with the twin brother that just knocked that? You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that exposure, man.
That's true. You definitely can't beat that exposure.
You know, but we in an era where they tell Devin, hey man, the exposure is going on the internet and you being in a beef with this person or that person. And I'm like,
I mean,
no.
that can work for you, Julius. It really can, because you got to think about it. Some of these Twitter videos be having 1.5 million video views and shit like that. You got to create some controversy. We in a new age. But I do understand where you're coming from.
Right. But what I'm talking about, that is the beef is good if you about to have a pay-per-view event. But then he go right, you know what I'm saying? You get 3 million people excited watch your video with you and Ryan Garcia going back and forth, or you and Kambosos go back and forth. Then you go fight on the app and 200,000 people see the fight.
Think about it. Think about it, Julius.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Zone, Showtime. That's on the app too. It
True.
Really is.
It is on the app. But it's also on the TV too.
Let's use Canelo. Let's use Canelo versus Plant. I'm telling you, Canelo versus Plant most likely do better numbers than the Zone versus Bivol. Canelo versus Bivol, because there's no controversy. If there were controversy like how it was in the Plant fight, where Plant slapped him or whatever, called him a ped cheat, that made people very interested in the fight. If Devin Haney was to do something like that too, you never know. He could put himself in a position where a lot of people want to check for him, because that made people anxious for the fight.
I agree. But bro, it's never gonna be all those eyes on the app. And that's why the app never releases numbers. Why do people think that even though they had all these fights with Canelo, all them that Anthony Joshua didn't commit to no app? You see what I'm saying? He didn't commit to that app, and I'm just saying that, in my opinion, as long as these guys continue to fight on the app is fine as long as you got a real legitimate TV situation where people can see you. Yeah.
But the Zone is on smart TVs now, some smart TVs.
Yeah, but you gotta think how many homes people are gonna pay $15, $17 a month for the Zone.
Now $70. $70.
Nobody.
$15 you pay a month.
Nobody.
17. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That card that they just announced for Canelo Bivol, man, that shit, I don't, bro. The way they talk about Al Heyman and this pay-per-view model, they should be talking about the Zone right now, because y'all niggas really about to pay $75 to see Montana Love and whoever, some random Latino dude.
And I'm, and all they want to do is show Montana Love, and they think that him carrying the little dog is gonna bring in viewers. I'm just saying, man.
And I like Montana Love, but that's not enough, man. But then they're like, oh, well, you guys, how the hell do you guys gonna complain? You guys were watching Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao on pay-per-view.
Big fight. That was a
good fucking fight. What the hell?
Yeah. And always Al Heyman always put a decent pay-per-view together, a decent card. Like, it's always a memorable fight on the undercard. And look at the Earl Spence undercard. It got a few, you know what I'm saying? And then let's forget about the pay-per-views. Let's look at Fundora and Lubin in a couple weeks. Or how about Saturday night, the fight you going to? What kind of fight? That's a good card, man.
And that shit's in my backyard. Oh my
In your
God.
backyard, bro.
What the
Right there.
Al Heyman literally brought fights to Minneapolis, man. What the
Minneapolis, the
hell?
Twin Cities.
The Twin
You,
Cities.
hey, Twin Cities got an NBA team. They got an NFL team.
We got a
They
soccer team.
got soccer. They got hockey, and they also got basketball. They got baseball. They got every sport. So I don't understand why people think that folks don't like sports in Minnesota.
Minnesota. And you know
Like,
what's so
come on,
crazy?
man.
I still have it. But it's deep in my boxes. But they at the fight in the armory, they'll hand you out a magazine and they'll show like Minnesota things. I remember they had Jamal James on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to tell people, I'm like, yo, don't be surprised. Minnesota become a real boxing hub. And you see people on Twitter hating, talking about where is Minnesota at? Where is
Bro,
that
they
at?
don't.
I'm
Bro, they
like,
don't know
man,
sports. Hey, look, Art, man. I remember so many times when I was younger about Minnesota was hosting NCAA tournaments at the Metrodome, and
yep,
and different guys, the Kevin Garnett at the Target Center. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Kirby Puckett and the Twins, Warren Moon and Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? With the
Randy
Vikings. Like,
Moss,
look. Let me say this,
Dante
bro, and
Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper. Look, let me get this out there, bro. Minnesota is one of the top 10 sports cities. Minneapolis, one of the top 10 sports cities in the world. Not just the United States, the world. Think about it. They got every single sport, every single professional sport. They got it. They
Yeah,
just one of the top 10 in the world, bro.
the thing is, Al Heyman, you can tell he a smart businessman because while the competition
What?
thinking about Vegas and all that,
You be right back.
they ain't think about doing shit like that.
Hey, look,
Giving
man, he sold out in Toledo, Ohio, with Robert Easter Jr.
Easter, exactly. Robert Easter Jr. had that motherfucker looking like Vegas.
They don't
And
talk
we
about
talking about
that.
Toledo.
They don't talk about that though.
Look at the Broner fights that he did in Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, Al Heyman. And look, but you know what that comes from? That comes from Al Heyman doing concerts. He done a lot of concerts in Minnesota. He done a lot of concerts in Toledo, Ohio. He done a lot of concerts in Cincinnati. And he know one thing about those places. Those places love to go out and mingle. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
like to
there's
spend
some
money
money
in them
here.
areas.
People, we be bored as hell. We need something to go do, and then
Exactly.
you know, so perfect about the armory, the venue that he has the fights come out. You don't even
Uh-huh.
have to pay for parking really because you can park somewhere and just hop on the light rail and take you right straight to the armory.
There you go.
I'm like, man, it's just perfect.
There you go, man. But you got to think outside the box, and
Yeah.
that's why I keep saying, as much as I love Devin Haney, we got to get this guy into a venue and somebody start really promoting him.
Where's his
You know what I'm
hometown
saying?
really?
Huh?
Where's his
He's really from
hometown? Because
Oakland, I
people
See,
think.
that's the thing. We don't know if we want to say Oakland, Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do both, but is he gonna be willing to do the Tank Davis thing? Tank Davis done sold out Atlanta. He sold out Atlanta. He sold out you know, New York, Brooklyn, and he also sold out Baltimore.
oh my
And he could
God,
sell out DC.
Tank Rolly gonna sell out the Barclays. Y'all know that, right?
Exactly. Of course. Of course.
People are hating on
Of
that fight
course.
way too hard to me. I don't understand it.
At first, I ain't gonna lie, I was talking shit because I just don't like Rolly. I don't like him as a person, as a fighter, none of that shit. But
Yeah,
my thing is, like, I understand this is gonna be a straight entertainment fight, and it's gonna be good. Somebody getting knocked the fuck out.
yeah. And he definitely got a puncher's chance.
He ran out. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he got
He
a
got an
punch.
elbow chance too.
Yeah.
That nigga fight retarded.
True.
And that be the ones that just make the punch go through. You feel me? That wild, ridiculous. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I feel like Tank gonna box him and wear him out, though.
Yeah, I think Rolly will eventually get knocked out because Rolly is a fighter that it ain't nothing technical he gonna do. He gonna run into stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just see it being a spectacular knockout. Which to be honest with you, Tank Davis need that. He needs a spectacular knockout.
Definitely.
Yep, I'm with y'all, man. I just want to see Devin get into one of these places and adopt Morrell in Minnesota. Morrell is definitely not Minnesota, but bro, you would never know. Look at fights in the Armory, you would think that David Morrell was born in Minnesota. Like, hey, why Devin Haney can't do that?
Man, for real, look, what Morrell did is smart. He chose the venue, and now he out here just doing his thing. Now you see on his shorts, I don't know if y'all noticed, but on Morrell's shorts, it says the Armory on it.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I seen that in one of his pictures. I was confused too.
So I was like, why you got the? And I'm like, well, they probably gonna showcase and make this shit Morrell's venue. They was gonna do it with Shango, but Shango just lost.
Right.
But you never know. They could put Jamal James and Shango on the undercard. That shit,
man. I'm hoping. I like Shango, man, as a person. I like Jamal James is one of those guys where a guy like that needs to win because he's for the culture more than some of these guys, man, that are out here that are black, that are holding belts. I have to be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would love for Shango to get his opportunity at 54 or wherever and win the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Talking to his coach, I was like, man, you should fight. What's his name? Fox.
Fight who?
Fox.
Yeah, that'll be a good fight. But you know what I want to see? I want to see Erickson Lubin win a title, and I would love to see Lubin and Shango fight in the Armory. That's the type of fight I want to see, bro. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, man.
I want to see it. I still remember though. Keith Thurman was an option. I remember at the time. That could be an option. I don't know if it's gonna be an option now, but I don't know. Who knows? Shit can happen.
I think Jamal gonna move up to 54 though. I don't think he's gonna continue to make 47.
Dude said PBC signed a long-time deal with the Barclays. The pandemic slowed things down. Tank versus Rolly will be a huge event. I know it will. If he sleeps Rolly in the fucking the Barclays, oh my God. Dude, I remember I was at work fucking just chilling, watching Wilder versus Brazil. Wasn't that at the Barclays?
Yep. It was at the Barclays.
I had the
first round knockout.
I had the volume on the computer real low. I'm telling you, man, when he knocked him out, even though the volume was low, you can still hear the energy from the crowd. And I'm like, man, Javante knocked a Rolly out, dude. The crowd go nuts.
Or remember when Tank beat Pedraza at the Barclays? Do you remember people going crazy that night?
Yep, sure did.
Luis Ortiz won and Wilder at the Barclays.
That was at the Barclays?
The first fight was.
Yeah, that shit was loud as shit. I remember that shit. Motherfuckers was screaming. Top of their lungs.
Hey, look, here's another one. The night that Wilder won the title, he beat Stavern. That was at the Barclays. Deontay Wilder, Stavern won.
Devontae,
1 or 2, can't remember.
Both of them was at the Barclays, I think.
I think Barclays, yeah, both of them, yeah. I think 1 and 2, yeah. So, Danny Garcia, Zab Judah, going back sometime,
Yeah, that was I remember that fight. They was that conference built that fight up so much.
Mm-hmm.
That
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, Paulie Malignaggi, Adrian Broner was at the Barclay. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, man. Al Heyman gonna go down as the greatest coordinator of events and fights in boxing history, and he never gonna say 2 words to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
for
how
real.
many?
And
And how
meanwhile,
many?
they want to get Al out of here, and they want to replace him with the other man.
Right?
You know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
He be poaching their fighters, bro.
Yeah, and that's why his ass is fucking. The last company. You don't hear too much about MTK too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're being
Well, he
sued. They're being
sold
sued.
MTK.
Yeah, they're being sued.
Daniel sold MTK.
Man, they being sued right now for a list of things. Poaching is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry
Man.
McGruber was saying that shit on that documentary.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel has he's with Probillum now. He sold MTK to a lady. I can't remember her name.
Nah, they tried to say some lady owns it, but he was still basically funding that shit. And now
Right. He
he's
was
like,
funding
fuck
it.
it, I'm
Now
with
he's
this company
funding
named
Probillum.
Probellum.
Yeah. It's crazy. And that's got my man Richard Schaefer. But
They got Lou DiBello over there.
yeah, Lou just trying to do anything he can to fit in since he
Lou been
screwed
around this
himself
shit
with
for a
Al.
long time. Lou had a fighter that died and everything. He been in the boxing game
Yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah. He had a fighter not only die, he had another fighter that's handicapped for the rest of his life. That's your man Buddy McGirt. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 guys die. He had the Russian guy die, and he had the black guy die. Patrick Day, and he had the Russian guy that got killed by Matias. And Buddy McGirt trained both of them, and it was the heavyweight. I can't remember his name. He lost on HBO to a Cuban fighter, and he'll never be able to walk or talk again. You know what I'm saying? Guy was from
It was
Russia.
in New York, I remember.
Yeah.
You're not talking
Boxing
about
is a whole
Pedro
game,
Rodriguez.
man.
Cold game. Guys don't
That's why
care
they feel
nothing
like
about it.
if you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
Man, I'm gonna keep 100,
Supreme, what's up?
Julius. I feel like some of these channels taking a check from that man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. What Barbershop did, I could have seen that thing coming from a mile away, man. I could have seen it from a mile away. What he was doing was, in the beginning, he was acting like he was all for Al Heyman. As soon as people seen he had a little influence, and once he lost his credentials, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares about credentials, man? You
Yeah.
talking about houses that you got, and you know what I'm saying, and that you making moves and shaking. You ain't supposed to care about no credentials. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yet
Fuck them
that has
credentials.
angered him.
But yeah,
Yeah.
fuck them credentials. But yeah, buddy, like with that shit, man, it's just that not to speak bad on anybody like that, but it's like, dude, like, did you take a check or something? Because what you're saying is just it's coming out of like, I don't know,
Anger.
it's coming out real
Yeah, he
mad.
seems
Like,
spiteful as
where this
hell.
come from?
Anger. It's
Spiteful
an
as
anger. Yeah. It's anger.
He
I
talking
mean,
about,
he
oh,
was
I know
talking
for a
about
fact.
Charlo.
He said, I know for a fact Charlo turned down the deal. They turned
Yeah,
down the
like
deal. Like what?
he been throwing major assault on PBC lately, man. Just as a whole.
And my thing is this: in the beginning, it was great for black people to be doing this and that, and now it's oh well, the guy ain't doing nothing.
He robbing
He's a
from black men.
liar. He's this. Al Heyman taking money out of his fighter's purse. Well, if that's the case, if they're so angered Why are we not seeing those massive lawsuits out on Al Heyman that we're seeing on every other promoter? That's all I want to know. I just want him to answer that question. If Al Heyman's taking so much money from these guys, and so many of Al Heyman fighters are in the projects, he was saying, or homeless and can't pay their bills. And look, where's his documentary on the NBA and all the poor players that played there, or the NFL guys played in the NFL that are walking around on the streets like Delonte West in the NBA, walking around at the time, you know what I'm saying, on drugs and, you know, and all those kind of things. Hey, how you doing? They got a game today? Oh, okay. Yeah, like where are they then? Like, where is he then when those things when those conversations come up? You know what I'm saying? That he, you know, I don't hear him talking about Delonte West. I don't hear him talking about you know, the massive amount of football players and basketball players. Or how about the guy that went in and stole all of Kevin Garnett money? You know what I'm saying? That stole almost $50 million from him. Like I say, man, this guy's so built up with anger about credentials that he get out here and hurt the race, man. It's a lot of these people, man. They need to be real with you. They don't need to be in our communities no more, man. They don't need to be in our community. Period.
Turncoats.
Just saying.
It seemed like he like. That's why you bring other people up. But anyway, so like it seemed like he got some deep rooted shit going on with them right now because he's trying to expose all of their shit. Like everything, every time something's happening with them, he like, and he's trying to act like he's trying to play like he on the side of a boxing or something all of a sudden. Like what the hell?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he need to cut it out, man. Just point blank, just cut it out, man. Just cut it out.
Dude, punch boxing. He brought up, and I hate everything he says usually, but he was talking about how people been using Jamel like as a stick to talk shit about Jamal a lot. What y'all think about that?
Hey, look, man, when Jamel came out with them MAGA comments and all that trash talk that he did about black people, you know what I'm saying, and black fight fans and this and that, he opened the door for those race soldiers to come in with those narratives, man. He opened it, you know.
Yeah, he did, definitely.
And I've heard Floyd Mayweather make crazy comments like that the Mexican fight fans are the best. It's just lies, man. It's lies. Because if that was the case, how every time I see black fighters fighting, I see the black fighters with, you know, these massive crowds, and I see the Mexican fighters fighting in ballrooms and fighting, you know, in fights with 1,000 people or less. And every time I see the ratings for black fighters, I see them at the top of the line. Like, where are those comments coming from?
And I realize,
like, where are their numbers? Yeah,
like boxing is like they doing it like they do the new slavery type shit. Like they're trying to make it covert but overt at the same time. Like this shit is really crazy because they want to like try to. When I see the shit people say about like how people, I see the tweets people make about art, and sometimes it be DI like barely some, but it's a couple guys that got a problem with DI, but art as be always in these guys' mouth. And it's like, you motherfuckers are talking about FBA, LDBC, when this is not even a topic of discussion. You have nothing to do with that. You're white, you're Mexican, you're whatever it is. You got nothing to do with LDBC. And like you trying to bring it up in a light where you like trying to make it like, oh, those bunch of those racist idiots, y'all will take one bad or weird assessment or something. Somebody might get on that motherfucker and say some like crazy shit and try to attach themselves to the LDBC, like, and of course, calling out the racism. We don't give a fuck about that, but you know, someone might say something they don't like back to them. It's like, oh, you guys are racist. Like,
you remember Fred was calling himself the LDBC, and I will give a couple guys. One of them was Dante Boxing Nation. When Dante said, "Listen, that these guys be out here talking, but they're not associated with me or this and that." And I'm just telling you, man. You know, a lot of these guys they be putting Art Man out there as far as getting his making pictures and stuff of him and all type of stuff.
That would be. I'm like.
Yeah, that should be weird as hell. Like, some dude be like, they don't even know. I feel like they got some weird ass speaking point. They be like, pay your bets. And I be like, nigga, what fucking bet? Can you tag the person I owe? And they go silent. They go silent. And I'm like, oh, okay. Exactly.
So you never bet none of these niggas?
Huh?
So you never bet none of these niggas?
No, I made bets with people that I know, and those people vouch for me every time. Like the dude Beast Mode on Twitter, we betted a Canelo hoodie on the fight. And he got his hoodie, first class. But they don't bring up that shit. But I don't even give a fuck. Only thing I care about is just boxing shit. They just do that shit to the track. Like, I see pictures of Ego and all weird pictures of fucking Dante. They call Dante Cheeseburger Nation and shit.
Bro,
like,
you didn't see that picture of y'all in hell?
Yeah, I did. I seen that.
Was
I was
hilarious. Like, why the fuck would y'all do that?
No, I mean, no, not really. I never tried it, but I definitely would try to do something because I'm on 4 different.
Nah, real shit though. People just real weird, dude. But I don't be giving a fuck. Only thing I care about is this boxing shit. My brother Dion said, "Art Man got all types of haters. LO, they better stay off the internet." Yeah, and that's the thing. These niggas already know what time it is when it comes to me in person.
Well, I don't think any of them gonna be coming out to Minnesota anytime soon. To be honest with you, man, when you went out there to Vegas, those same people that talk wanted to take pictures of you. They should have just walked up to you and say, "Hey, man, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Let me take a picture of you." That's what they should have said.
No, real shit. And that's the thing. I feel like they was just like, dude, from you to take a picture, it was just weird because somebody from the United Kingdom was the first person to post the picture. And I said, nigga, you're all the way in the UK. How the hell did you get a picture of me?
Yeah. That show you how weird they is.
And then I'm like, bro, tell me who took this picture. Oh, I don't want to reveal it. So you telling me you got agents out here in fucking Vegas that was at the fight taking pictures of me, but they, you know what I'm saying, you ain't man enough to tell me who it was?
But look, guys, I'm gonna roll, man. I'm gonna talk with you. All right.
All right, stay safe,
all right,
man.
Good talking
All
to
right,
you,
brother.
Jimmy.
All right, man.
But you see what I'm talking about, bro? Shit just weird, man. Because, you know, I went to that Wilder versus Fury fight. You know what picture I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, these niggas are fucking weird, man. But I just stay out the way, though.
Oh, I think so. I'm not sure. I think I do.
Nah, it's a picture of me walking out the venue at T-Mobile Arena. And I'm wearing my fucking Bread 11s and I'm fucking just walking. And I'm looking at my phone. Somebody got a picture for me, like you can tell they zoomed in on that motherfucker because it was like you could tell I'm like 50 feet away, and they zoomed in and they post that shit on Twitter and it was like, look at Art Man mad that Wilder lost, ha ha. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you niggas is pussy. Y'all should just came up to me and said something. But they already knew. They see my videos of me hitting the bag and shit. They already know they'll get their ass worked on real quick.
That's hilarious.
Said Judah's wife all in the microphone.
I asked the nigga to spar, getting on my nerves, and like, cause I would usually be on Facebook, in boxing groups and shit, and it was the same thing, bro. Like, I really just started getting back on Twitter. I didn't really fuck with it like that, and bro, I seen your name on Facebook before.
Yeah, that's how I started off, man. I was in the Facebook groups And then I just kept on getting thrown in Facebook jail. So I was like, man, fuck this shit. Let me go to Twitter. I just start talking the same shit I talk on Facebook and start putting it on Twitter. Next thing you know, people mad as hell following my page and shit, trying to debate me and shit. And then I debated this bitch ass nigga named Pink IQ. And then, nigga, the rest is history.
Oh, you talking about Ring IQ?
Yeah, but I call that nigga Pink IQ because he pink.
That nigga's a psycho for sure. He's a psycho for sure. He did some lame ass shit when I was supposed to be debating him, and I told him, I'm like, bro, I don't care about talking about y'all. This nigga tried to stick to a subject that we discussed we weren't going to talk about, strictly to try to make it seem like he was winning an argument.
This nigga made a bet with me over if Joshua Fury was going to happen. And I was telling him, I'm like, bro, that fight's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The whole world was like, oh, no, Art, man, you tripping. You tripping. Man, this nigga came around and fucking lost that fight. We lost that fucking bet, man. That shit was crazy. Had to pay me for him believing in Eddie Hearn. But shit, I got to get up out of here too, man. We going to do another session probably later on tonight.
Yeah, bet. That's a bet. I'm free.
All right. Stay up, man.
I'm going to holler at you, bro.
Yep.